everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Folks, comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well is the links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all of my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. So with that said and done and put to the side, listen, I have come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets signing Morgan Moses to a one-year deal. Listen. I am hyped, okay? I'm hyped. This is something that I've been talking about, not just, on my platform, just with my videos talking about the offensive line, but also on my shows as well. I just recently had a show. Please go check that out. And we discussed this constantly because everybody was really hyped about bringing Morgan Moses into this facility and him being a New York Jet. So let me break it down. The New York Jets signed Morgan Moses to a one-year deal. It has a $3.5 million base, okay? But the deal can go up to, he can make up to $5.3 million with incentives like playing time and all kinds of other things, right? So bravo, okay? Bravo to Joe Douglas getting this done. And I'll talk a little bit about Joe Douglas a little bit later on in this video, but salutes to him and bravo to him for getting this done. We were all excited about the possibility of us getting Morgan Moses when he hit the free agency market. For those of you that don't know or don't remember, Morgan Moses used to play for the Washington football team. He was a right tackle out there. They ended up releasing him. There was a lot of speculation on why they were releasing him. Some people talked about, there were cap implications that maybe Washington, just didn't want to handle. So they just decided to move on, right? So he was on the market for a little bit of time, late. And everybody was like, hey, what's going on? The Jets brought him in, worked him out, and we were like, whoa, time to get it done. Like, they're going to get it done right now. And then there was like a span of time, some days where we didn't hear anything. There was nothing. And some people kind of slipped back into, we're not going to end up with them, same old Jets, blah, blah, blah. But I, and other fans as well, kept the faith and said, hey, the deal will get worked out. Things will get done. We'll see what happens. And lo and behold, boom, the Jets pulled the trigger. He's in the building. He's signed. He is now a New York Jet, okay? And the reason why I'm hyped about this is because what it does to our offensive line. And again, our offensive line being better does nothing but bode well for the rest of our offense, okay? It makes us a better running team. It also makes us a better team to protect our young quarterback so that he can be assessed properly and so that he can also groom and be matured and become a better quarterback in this league, all right? Very few quarterbacks in this league can just do anything they want to do out there and launch footballs all over the place and have high-ranking offenses without great protection or without a solid offensive line in front of them, okay? That's something you have to have in this league, especially when you got some of the pass rushers that is running around out here. Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, all these guys, we remember Von Miller, Khalil Mack, all these guys that would absolutely take your head off. You have to have somebody, up front to keep them from doing that. So when you look at this situation along our offensive line now, you got Mekhi Becton at left tackle, you got Vera Tucker at your left guard, you got, Connor McGovern as your center. Your right guard, there's still a hole, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And now at right tackle, you move Fant, you put him into a depth position. He's a backup tackle now, and you put Morgan Moses in there. You're at a solid position, okay? And even when you speak about Fant, I know that there's a lot of people that are just like, well, now what do we do with Fant? This is ridiculous, Joe. Like, we have Fant. Well, guess what? I just talked a little bit about Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton is a guy that, knock on wood, I don't want to see him get hurt this season. I hope everything's good going into the season. I hope he plays a fully healthy season this upcoming season. But he does have a bit of an injury history, right? We go back to last year. He missed time because of his shoulder. He had breathing issues. He missed some games. Then we roll into this offseason. He's missed, he's going to, possibly miss some time into training camp because of a foot injury. He's got that plantar fasciitis, right? So we all know plantar fasciitis, that stuff can flare up. It's not something that just always heals and that's it. No, that can flare up and cause him issues during the season as well. He's a big guy. He's always moving. He's on his feet. He's a left tackle, right? So if we look at it in the past, when Mekhi Becton would go down, that left side was it was in complete disarray. You could just do whatever. And pressure would just come from everywhere, right? Our offensive line would just crumble and fall apart. Well, you look at Fant. Fant is a swing tackle. That's what he used to play in Seattle, right? So he was a swing tackle. He played a little bit of left tackle. He'd also play some right tackle. He also played tight end out there as well. So if Mekhi Becton goes down, then guess what? You can just plug Fant over there and he can hold the fort. All right? That's huge, man. That's huge. That offensive line depth is huge for us. So it's a solid signing all the way around. Now we can utilize Fant in that swing tackle role. Morgan Moses is going to be there at right tackle, which is an upgrade over Fant. The big question now is, okay, what are we going to do at right guard? That's the big question now. Is Cam Clark going to be the guy to fill it at that right guard? Greg Van Roten and Alex Lewis, I don't want to see those guys at all. I can't wait till they're, I would like to see them gone, but if they're going to be on the roster, I don't want them in a starting position. If they, are just backup guys, okay, fine. But I don't want them in a starting position. So what are we going to do at right guard? Is Cam Clark going to be the guy? Maybe David DeCastro, is he a guy that we're going to be going after? That's the biggest question right now along our offensive line. But with this signing of right tackle, man, it was solid. So solid. And to get him here, in a deal. Now, the only thing I would have wanted to see was I really wanted to see Joe Douglas get a 2-year deal with this guy. I wanted to get 2 years for Morgan Moses. But, again, I'm not crying about it. I'm not upset about it. A 1-year deal, bringing this guy in, betters our offensive line and puts us in a great position. Now, I want to give Joe Douglas his kudos, okay? I want to take the time to give Joe Douglas his kudos. Here's a guy that's shown us constantly that he has a plan, okay? He's the anti-Maccagnan. He came in, from day one and has been able to turn this roster around and really get things going and head it in the right direction, right? You look at the situation, he took Zach Wilson. That's his guy. That's his quarterback. So now he's putting Zach in a position where he can't fail. He's doing everything that he can do to make sure that this kid doesn't fail. What are we doing for Wilson that we didn't do for Darnold? Well, we went out. He got him a bunch of stuff at wide receiver. Corey Davis, all those other guys that we have out there at wide receiver, Mims. We drafted Elijah Moore. But what we've done is put things up front and keep up front stout for him so he's not running for his life like Sam Darnold was. Anybody remember those days? You know what I'm saying? So that's just huge, man. It's huge to see Joe Douglas, again, continue to feel out parts of his plan, because you look at general managers in the past, we had issues with that. Guys didn't know how to utilize the draft. Guys didn't know how to utilize free agency. And guys just didn't properly know how to build football teams. And Joe Douglas has turned that all around. So comment down a little. Let me know what you folks think. Give me your thoughts about us signing Morgan Moses. How do you feel about this signing, this 1-year deal? What are your thoughts about the situation now up front at our offensive line? How do you feel about Fant? Possibly, again, going back to that swing role as a tackle. Just, man, I love this signing. Everything about the New York Jets right now is extremely positive, and I'm extremely positive about this team. So, again, comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.